I've done the lens. Right. Yeah. It's better. Right, my dear. Lammy Kens and I been having a little chat, as we do. I didn't read the passages, did I? Yesterday. Quite got this one sorted yet, that might work. Oh, excuse me. Now, Psalm 139. Well, let's start with what I should have done, actually. What I'm going to do, in fact, is get the old cameraman going. Psalm 139, verse 16, which saith, all the days ordained for me were written in your book before one of them came to be. Discuss, are our lives all more or less set out as in my former wife's horses were 8 miles one side of her. I should have thought of this earlier. Still waking up. It's not working. That works. Right. There we go. To a lovely picture in the background. I've lost my stuff. Oh. Right. Amateurs. Do get me a professional cameraman. Why isn't it working today? Normally works perfectly. Oh, God. I don't like doing this, but I'm going to. It just won't work. I'll use the candle. That'll work. If I burn my machine, I'll make it. There we go. Right, that's better. Now, where were we? Rentrons à nos moutons, as they say. In whatsoever state I find myself, therewith to be content. So that's my mother's sort of teaching, if you like, and it's from a saint, I think. So, on that subject, the state I find myself in is as it is, and my situation up north has gone belly up in the way it has, and then, lo and behold, next thing that happens is I meet you more or less on the spot offer me to share your accommodation, quite frankly, en tout ensemble sort of thing, not quite frankly as a normal lodger, and on it goes. Now, the situation I'm in is that I'm an old age pensioner, getting no younger. Again, my mother would say she never met anyone going the other way. That was her little joke. It's not that the thing's on an angle, that. It's because of the angle, whatever it is. If I lift the camera up, it'll go straight, obviously. Right. Well, that is my life. So I am the way I am. My life has been the way it's been. I can't change anything that happened in the past. Now it's happened, that's gone. So, as in Christ's teaching, let the woes of the day be sufficient unto the day. Yesterday's gone, tomorrow hasn't happened, so all we have is today. Well, I truly have been teaching myself to live like that for, quite frankly, decades. That is how I live. In Christ each day. Take up your cross and follow me each day. Well, so I do. And it's a blessed way to be. In spite of what I say, that I wish I were dead, quite frankly, I suppose I also rejoice in the fact that I'm so very much alive, as you have possibly spotted. Indeed. So where are we? Well, thank you for cluing me in to how deeply you are still affected by your past. And it's a decade and more of stuff behind you, culminating in a bit of a breakdown and this and that. You know what I think about this minister fellow, Tournai Lapage. I think with all due respect to your loyalty and stickability and all the rest of it, that anything is ever going to come of that. I can't see that being the case, but, it is a free world, and if that's how you want to live your life, that is how you want to live your life. So it doesn't entirely come as a shock to me. It is not, from my perspective, ideal, as it were, that the person I've met and I've been saying I love, and at least I'm trying to love her, but if it's not reciprocated, you see, there's no point either. Anyway, she's still basically her heart set on some other man. Well, from my perspective, that's a bit of a, funny old situation, isn't it? You want to be just friends. Well, stuff that for a bunch of monkeys. In the one woman in my life, yes, if such a thing is to be. So we're back to Psalm 139, verse 16. All the days ordained for me were written in your book before one of them came to be. So I believe God has brought us together. And now what we make of it is up to us. Well, there clearly is a very deep longing in me to have a woman, one particular, specific woman in my life. And that is there. There was this last, I think I've told you, but last year, or perhaps the year before now, actually. Anyway, when I was in St. Albans, this very attractive woman, pictures of a very attractive woman was sent, and there was nice accompanying dialogue and so on, and it turned out to be a complete scam. Probably some blooming fat toad, when he was his IP address was in Argentina. It was a complete scam. I got sucked into that for a while. I never sent any money or anything. And there was another one, some West African woman, and she said, "Oh, and by the way, would you mind opening me a little bank account and put some money in?" I thought, poof, down went the phone on that one. Well, you seem to appreciate the company of men, actually. I dare say it's rather flattering to have that Ken fellow, and say you're that Ken fellow, calling you babe, and, you are beautiful and so on. Well, sort of flattering, isn't it? I'm not impressed. As you may have noticed, I kept leaving the room. But, he's a friend of yours and been helpful and is pleasant and friendly and so on, so great, fine, super, wunderbar. Just don't invite him to the wedding. Well, do invite him to the wedding, actually. Invite everyone to the wedding. Right, so, you know what I want? Ramble, as usual. Yes, for one's wife to be one's friend, wonderful. And when we're getting on, that's how it feels. Most of the time, you must have just about spotted it by now, I love being with you. I love being with you first thing in the morning. I love being with you at lunchtime. I love being with you in the evening, providing we're not fighting. Well, what more could you ask? So, and then it seems that you don't want to lose this man. Because when I keep saying I'm going, you keep saying no, can't, not yet. Right. I'm just living my life. I was tired, actually. I've had a little ziz at home. You got off to work, and you just send the little woman out to work. Absolutely. So I feel slightly better now. It's about 9, I think. I just get on with my life. Yes, I find myself talking to people here too. As a Christian, it just is inevitable with me. If I get into conversation with someone, that subject will come up. You may remember that lovely woman I met who had a tiny babe and was very concerned about coronavirus and so on. I said, come round. Solicitor and her husband, I think was this a QC or I don't know, a barrister or something. But she had Southern African connections too, and we just had a nice chat outside Co-op. Well, and she said she was a Christian. You see, that was the big thing. I've forgotten her name now. So I said, oh well, do come round, and if you put the sign up and everything. So. I think in your life, the way things are, it does you good to know that there is a constant attempt at love from me. I won't change. I feel God has put us together. You're not ready to take things any further. Well, okay, so I'll wait. I'm used to waiting. Please. I'm 65, for heaven's sake. I've been waiting all my life. That's how it feels. For something really real to happen. When I really feel good about life. Anyway, who's a dopey girl? Your mobile phone is on the table. So, the day will be, I've got money in the bank, there's food in the house, I've got heating, I've got candles. I'll see if I can make it to the pharmacy, but that's about it. depending on my leg. I need to get some more tea light, so I'll try the leg down to Co-op and then see. Right. So the state I find myself in is I'm still in very close proximity to you. I think you going out to work, as sort of discussed, is probably just spot on. I mean, even if it's a relatively sort of humble job, I mean, at least you're out and about and kind of functioning. It takes your mind off things, work, people, everything. You don't sit there mulling over whatever it might be. Right, I think that'll do for the moment. See what Lamekins has to say. You're not saying much.